Dallas just waits this one out. There's a rally now coming in from side player as Florida tries to take control of the point. They've muscled Dallas off of it anyway, and now they can use the ground. Can they kill OG? Oh, he's gonna counter shatter onto Swan. Self-destruct block though, but note, that one goes through. 3K from the Diva ult on the...
The Dallas Fuel versus the Florida Mayhem. Dallas, they're coming in here looking to ride the energy from the homestand last weekend all the way into stage playoffs. All they need to do is beat last place in the league, Florida Mayhem, to punch their ticket.
And if there's a time for Dallas to really make their stand, no pun intended, it would be right here. Again, as you mentioned, Florida struggling a bit in terms of the standings, to put it mildly, and Dallas, they really need to prove themselves to be a top team here.
So what are you thinking as far as scoreline goes here, LaFawn?
I think it's going to be a 4-0 for Dallas, riding that momentum as we kind of highlighted earlier, and the expectations against a bottom-tier team is that you have to be able to 4-0 them.
Yep, can't say I disagree. 4-0 all the way for the boys in blue.
Zachary looked like he may have been going for the Sombra at the start, but instead we are going to come out of the gate here with mirror compositions, and Saya player actually gets the first pick onto AKM. That is massive.
That's a great start for Florida as they walk forward with the advantage here. OG, low health, he's going to go down as well, and Florida Mayhem. We talked about that spark growing into a roaring flame. Well, I would say it's like, you know, pleasant fireplace at AKM, getting close to that Graviton Surge, but they're gonna have to try to get some of the Florida support ultimates out before they really kind of get going with this. It's gonna be the rally from Sia player off the bat. That's a lot of damage here. The grab comes in, gonna get another Transcendence up from Haga, but no.
Nice shatter!
The shatter helps Note pick up the double kill, and that's that tank synergy that we're really seeing from Dallas right now. Note and OG have been working so well together on this team.
Wow, that shatter was absolutely huge because it prevented Chris from getting that sound barrier down. However, now we do see things switching back. Couple of kills.
Gotta say, that was looking good for Dallas. You know, a nice shatter, grav, bomb, everything lining up to get 2 kills, and then it just kind of falls apart.
And I think that's one of the things we don't get to see a whole lot in Overwatch, so when it happens, it's so surprising. A 2-pick differential is not always a fight win, especially if you then go into the backline of the enemy and just kind of throw away your health pool, and that happens to Dallas as both Note and AKM fly perilously close to the Florida Mayhem and give up their lives, and therefore the fight.
Fairly soon, Tackle's going to have his rally. Florida not giving him a chance, so they're going in with the sound barrier. There's a nice shatter, too, and that's an easy cleanup for Florida. Like you mentioned, Monty, they have the ult advantage. They can just kind of walk in and do it.
Yeah, and what they were waiting for was BQB's Graviton Surge, and then they cover their approach. And the fact that
it seems like if you're flying your mech back into the base, that's not
they
the time.
They don't care if they blow up their mechs, so.
That is true. Okay, touche. Touche, Monty Crusoe. Mech safety is clearly not a concern for Mecha. Dallas Fuel, no concern for them as they're able to win this first fight in style here. Unko popping off, taking out Dallas, just waits this one out. There's a rally now coming in from side player as Florida tries to take control of the point. They've muscled Dallas off of it anyway, and now they can use the ground. Can they kill OG? Oh, he's gonna counter shatter onto Swan. Self-destruct block though, but Note, that one goes through. 3K from the Diva ult on the...
Note, the technically newest addition to the Dallas Fuel, as of this stage at least, always coming up clutch. One of the best Western Diva players, we all know it.
And for the Dallas Fuel, at least, they do love it as well. Note with the self-destruct over the top, landing on the ledge just perfectly enough to catch both the high and low ground. And also with the Earth Shatter just off the back of it, gets the 3K as well. And Dallas, they clean up that particular engagement.
Team plays passively, tries to poke out for just a little bit more ult percentage. The team is going to, on the other side.
See if he switches it.
Yeah, they definitely are. They may just take a look here. A lot of teams on this point will go ahead and scout. And
Millennials, am I right? Man. Dallas Fuel trying to come into the point right now. Florida Mayhem got there first, obviously, because of the swaps Dallas needed to do. They're going to get the control percent going at least. Swan really low, though. Can they keep him alive? No, they can't. AKM taking him down. Dallas gets a 65. Oh, but Hagopin equalizing. This guy's a star of Florida right now. No doubt. Can he keep it up, though? OG taking a ton of damage. Hagopin really making Dallas think twice. Yeah, well, sound very on enough of Florida anyway to push people back again. AKM getting close to another grab here, too. BQB roasted. And Florida Mayhem pushed back, so finally, Dallas should get some control percent.
Yeah, and they are going to flip it here, and they are going to have Lucio and Brigitte on the side of Dallas Fuel, providing more consistent healing output. They're going to touch here for overtime. Swan's going to come in. Hagapun now on the Tracer.
Lots of swaps. Oh, but the shatter comes in from OG once more. Try to make it out with that Sombra. BQB escapes, but not a lot of help.
You know, despite Dallas riding last week's momentum and looking to clinch those playoffs, this has been kind of a close first match. They'll have to really come in swinging to Temple of Anubis.
Overwatch League fan in the southeast.
Sure enough, Dallas Fuel on the attack, going for the 3-3 with the Reinhardt this time. It's going to be the Winston. Swan needs to stay alive more than anything. Here comes the self-destruct from Note. Ooh, it catches Zephyr, actually. That's a problem. Now AKM full charge on this Zarya, and I don't think he's going to need to use the grab. He should not. Dallas have this point.
Yeah, they do. And this is the problem.
Good. Yeah. This grab almost gets eaten. Zephyr was standing right there.
Both
that doesn't matter, though, because in the end, OGE just decides to kill everybody with a hammer. And both grabs eaten in the end, which is pretty funny. But Dallas Fuel crushed this point. Whoa, that was fast.
Lightning flank. Meanwhile, it will be the Winston played by the Dallas Fuel.
To keep the point.
BQB does get chunked. Oh, that's a good stun. Bubble there just in the nick of time.
I thought he was dead for sure, man. EMP, is he gonna try it? No, not quite. OG does get stunned.
Uh-oh.
EMP does.
Can't ult.
Yeah, there's a hack there onto OG, and he cannot stay alive. Now Florida in prime position to try to take this one. They're gonna jump onto Unko. Easy kill there, as that Ana was separated from the rest of her team. Close her down as well, and that should be point A. AKM close to another EMP, but they've lost so many people already. I think maybe you just save that one for B, and yeah, they're gonna give that up. I think that's smart.
I think it.
Now, despite a speed run from Dallas on their offense, Florida not to be dissuaded at all. And unfortunately for OG, this is just the main tank's nightmare. BQB hacks OG, then he EMPs him, and really there's no way for that main tank to play the game at all.
Yeah, and once OG goes down, it's a 6-person EMP to follow that too. So BQB really strutting his stuff here for Florida.
Dallas gets the respawns in, and OG even over on the Tracer right now. Hagopin takes him out anyway, but Dallas with a real chance here to turn this one around. Can't keep Zachary alive though. Florida once more swinging the momentum back into their favor. Dallas buys some time, but Florida do take the point. From BQB this time on the AKM. Oh no, a little bit low here. Unko taken out. Dallas Fuel gets 2, but they lose their Ana. That's a big piece. And now OG not really getting the healing he needs, and Florida's going to be able to turn that into a kill in their favor.
And that's how it's supposed to work, Noah, but because Florida doubles back onto OG, who used his jump cooldown, he gets caught off on the side. Now it's 4 members of the Mayhem. They have the faster respawn, and it's only
Big
AKM.
EMP from AKM gets 4 members of Florida. OG, though, the first one to fall in this fight is Dallas. Takes one in return from BQB. Florida on the point right now, trying to get as much as they can. They've got the numbers advantage already. Dallas certainly coming out much worse than Florida in that affair. And oh boy, this is going to be a real fast round, isn't it? AKM can't even get. Zachary pops a rally, but there's nobody really around to benefit from that too much. That said, though, BQB separated from his team. And Florida Mayhem, that had looked so tight so far in the defense, just kind of pulled themselves apart.
I mean, you can't do that when AKM has the Graviton Surge. If you just fly in and get demeched, then the Graviton is there, so there's just not enough damage, and Dallas Fuel going to be pushing this one on through.
Dallas is looking so good at the moment. That's the team gotten rid of Swan on the desperation wrecking ball now, but he's going to get... And Hagapun back with the Tracer. How much time can he buy? They've got a good amount of time bank used up here. Florida, that is. BQB on the May now. Can't get behind the wall, though. He's going to be on top of it, and that's where he's going to die here. And Dallas, they take it. Points here on Temple of Anubis, tied up at 4-4 against Florida Mayhem. Oh, Unko down already. But Saya player pays the price as well. Zachary going in, getting a double kill, setting OGE up for one into Hagapun as well. Dare you fight the Brigitte, Swan? How dare you, you fool! Closer comes in and steals the honorable final blow, but it's looking pretty good for Dallas already.
Yeah, Dallas this time coming in with a Winston. I think that's
a little bit of trouble. Note on the point. He's got that self-destruct. Going after Hagapun with a Buddy Blaster. Zephyr, though, takes AKM down with his own self-destruct into Hagapun, having none of Note's aggression. It looks like this is where the push is going to end for Dallas. They're going to have to settle for 5 points total on this one.
Yeah, Closer bouncing around, trying to make something happen. Interesting choice. I mean, you do want the Reinhardt mirror potentially here. It does make you a little bit stronger on this attack, and gives you more presence on the point. So I think for Florida, that's their goal.
All right. See what they do. OG goes for the fire strike. Doesn't connect with a whole lot of people, though. And Zephyr getting aggressive. Oh, sleep dart on Zephyr. That was sick from Unko. He's going to be taken out, but OGE down, though. They couldn't keep him alive during that. There goes Zachary as well. This might be a really quick point A.
One of the things that we don't get a chance to highlight too often is support play, and it's a small support plays too. We've all seen the fragging Zens, we've all seen the sick cool darts that Anas have, but this is actually a pretty quiet play, Paul.
Yeah, but it's one you really kind of have to expect at this level too. Chris goes behind OG, he gets the sound wave onto him, displaces him, and makes it easy for Florida to follow up on his team. This isn't necessarily a crazy kind of Lucio play, but it's good to see Florida finally pulling things like this off.
Right now, Dallas Fuel in survival mode on this point.
Florida only needs one tick, and they've got 2 kills already. Zero, make that 3 as AKM goes down. No more damage. Zephyr does get demacked, but it's not the biggest deal in the world when the entire team is still there. They only need that 1 tick. Oh, that's so close. Can Dallas even get somebody on the point long enough to prevent? Now if somebody dies, there goes Note. He got the self-destruct. Doesn't matter too much, though. Dallas, who do they have on the point right now?
Nano boosted Lucio.
It's going to be the Boostio. Oh, but close.
You know, after Temple of Anubis, Florida, they run away with it. It's 1-1 going into the half, and Florida really isn't playing like a last in the league kind of team right now, LaFon.
Yeah, but the question is, can they keep it going? You know, we had a 6-5 marathon here on Temple of Anubis, but both teams suffering very greatly on the defensive aspect of the game, and for Florida at least, their offense just a slight bit better. Now we need to see, you know, after the half, can they keep it running?
Much so far in 2019.
All right, Dallas Fuel on the defense as we get things rolling on our hybrid map, Kings Row. Florida Mayhem. Dallas moving back on the point right now. Chris trying to get behind the team. He does displace OG a little bit, and that leads to a kill for Florida. They're doing it again, man.
A side player was on the flank right there, and he gets behind OG. So that's the major play, is the Brigitte gets in between the Dallas Fuel tank and the rest of the team, and that means they're able to take him out relatively quickly. The pressure.
Be approaching now with the grab. He's going to just toss it in there. Does not get eaten. OG a little bit low. Zachary in a lot of trouble as well. Self-destruct from Note doesn't equalize enough, and Florida Mayhem will keep this payload going.
Yeah, Florida really on the move right now. Held up temporarily.
10 seconds. Florida Mayhem running out of time. They got to try to win a fight, so they can have a long overtime push here. Swan in a lot of trouble. Can they finish him? They can. Self-destruct comes in and picks up Hagopen as well. Crucial members of Mayhem down for the count, and nobody on the payload.
For reasons that I do not understand.
Yeah, that's not going to result in a lot of armor being available for Dallas Fuel as they do their next push here. Probably an ultimate he wants back, but Florida Mayhem have done just a good job of separating OG from the rest of the team. You know, they get their Reinhardt in front of him. That's a grab. Wow, that is definitely not a grab that BQB is going to be happy with. Nobody.
Now, we've seen big brain, small execution grabs before, but I think BQB takes it just a little bit further to that next level.
He's trying so hard to get AKM LaFon. That solo grab, it was so close. AKM at his toes dipping into the grab, but it's not enough to bring his whole person into it. So the grab doesn't really get much value at all.
And Graviton is such a high value ultimate. Throwing it away like that does cost Florida, and Dallas looking a little bit more powerful in that team fight.
There's a grab. They're going to use it. They're going to trap Swan inside this statue. Chris drops the sound barrier. Oh, no. Finds Hagopen with the self-destruct. Swan still has not made it out of the statue. He's in there trying to stay safe. Sound barrier, though. Ooh, charge comes in. But Swan can't get the kill. Now he's down. And Dallas Fuel have a chance to finally take point A.
A little bit rough there from the Florida Mayhem, but they didn't have
Florida Mayhem as they get aggressive here. BQB, though, the one who goes down. OG finishes him with a fire strike. And now with the sound barrier, Dallas trying to put the period on the end of this sentence with a big team fight win. At the end of B, AKM going to dedicate the grab to it as well, though. That's going to be what they need to finish off B.
Territory now.
That's a good point. And they're already there. Florida Mayhem on their last defense. Note gets another one. How many times has he killed Hagopen with that self-destruct today? That's insane. How does he do it?
There you go, Noah.
I'll tell you how he does it. He's a genius. That's how. Dallas.
So at the end of Temple, we asked the question, could Florida keep this going? LaFon, what does it look like the answer is?
They could not keep it going.
Well, they're going to have to try and bring it on back. Wherever their mojo went, they need it here and now. One last chance to win some match this stage of Overwatch League, and it's going to be on Rialto.
Ready to guard the first corner here on Rialto, our escort map. Getting things started, we'll see how far Dallas Fuel can push the payload. Don't need to but does have the Transcendence though. Able to get enough healing into his team to keep him alive. Big Shadow though comes in from OG, setting AKM up for another kill there, and that's going to be point A, taken by Dallas in a pretty quick order.
Delay the payload as much as they can. The front line's getting pretty chunked though from Florida.
A lot of damage being done by Dallas right now, and that's more. Are you kidding me? Look at that. Again, Note catches Hogapin with the self-destruct.
I mean, he was waiting for that Graviton Surge, right? He sees that it comes in, and he knows they're going to try and walk up to finish off people on the payload, but instead, nobody's able to
where
make
the
it.
enemies are is going to be worth nearly every time. You know, you pay that Graviton
around the corner.
I mean, they're going to see him. His mace still poking out around the corner, though. He can't hide there. OG in a lot of trouble. Gets the sound barrier, though, just in the nick of time here. Now there's a grab. OG waiting for a chance to drop that shatter after it ends. Might not even need it. Note with the self-destruct just to kind of push the Florida Mayhem players away from the payload here. Grab accomplishes nothing on the Mayhem side of things. Saya player down. Zephyr demeched. Dallas Fuel all over the Mayhem. You may have thought this was your map. The stats were with Florida, but Dallas Fuel looking stellar here on the attack so far.
I mean, they need to punch it in these last few meters. There you go.
AKM has long been heralded as one of the flashier, DPS sort of players. We've seen the stories of his Widowmaker, of his Soldier, but here he plays just a quiet supporting type.
It is a really quiet play here. He protects OG when he's trying to peel away from a little bit of an ambitious flank shatter. He deals enough damage to force Hagopin to use the Transcendence, and then he peels back and gets the Grav off after the support ult expires. It basically single-handedly wins Dallas this push, and you wouldn't necessarily see it in the moment.
Player like he pretends to be divas. We mean he's just great in
He
the
does
role
that.
as a diva.
He does that at home on his own.
Okay. I would love
His
it.
economy well, right? Florida Mayhem hasn't really had a lot of opportunities to build up. Try and collapse onto OG, but can't get him.
Chris caught, went for the big play, got played himself. Saya player down as well. There goes Swan, and Dallas Fuel again not giving an inch to the Florida Mayhem.
Hey, OG playing a bit more passively right now. BQB is going to get staggered.
Another chance we're in overtime. If Dallas can win this fight right now, they'll win the series. Soundbeer comes in, Note gets Chris. He always finds somebody, and they have the later Soundbeer. They can have those shields. Swan in big trouble as he tries to back away, and he can't get out of the danger in time. Now it's just Saya player with the shield on the payload right now, and Dallas barely getting back to stop the payload from taking a Note, the one to stop it.
This is kind of more the form we expected from both these teams, LaFawn. Dallas really bringing it to Florida on Rialto, and Florida kind of rolling over.
And I mean, this is, as the standings showed, this is the expectations. Now, Dallas do cement their playoff hopes this stage, and therefore get into stage playoffs. But I have to say, for Florida, they're going to have to look elsewhere for that first win. And unfortunately for them, they are running out of time. Now, Dallas is looking pretty good after the half, but I mean, there's still the question. You're dropping a map to the 20th place team, Paul.
Yeah, and do you really want to be doing that as a playoff team, considering the other teams that have already clinched stage playoffs? Teams like Gladiators, Shock, New York, Titans? I don't really think that dropping a map to the Florida Mayhem is necessarily how Dallas want to be looking this late in the game.
I guess you could look at it as the Overwatch League, outside of those top 2 or 3 teams, really is a coin flip away from a map win here and there. So, credit to Florida Mayhem. They do look dominant on Temple of Anubis, but Dallas Fuel at the end, yeah, they do take that playoff berth.
Thank you so much for tuning in for Dallas Fuel versus the Florida Mayhem. If you liked the video, hit the button down below for that. If not, leave us a comment. We're always looking to improve. But either way, subscribe to Elo Hell Esports for more Overwatch content.